So guys, this story that I'm about to share with you, it is very surreal. Like, it just happened, and I just happened to be an ex-con victim of theft, or rather con. Like, I was conned. They robbed from me, and it was a very complex theft. So, and I'm addressing this one, guys, because I know I don't want you to be a victim of the very same incident that happened to me yesterday. So as I'm giving it to you, the story today is on 8th of April 2022, and this happened on 7th April 2022. So that was yesterday, guys. So guys, I need to give you this story because although it pained me so much, I swear, like, I don't want anyone to go through this. But guys, you know, these things happen to us because we don't have exposure and we don't know how they happen. And so guys, I'm about to share with you my story on how it happened yesterday and how I got caught. So guys, one thing I would want to tell you guys is that we really need to pay attention. Like, you just need to pay attention to everywhere you go. Don't wait for anyone to tell you, look at this or that. It have to be in your mind that you have to pay attention everywhere you go. You see, you could be in an environment, your normal environment, but there's so many things that will change in the middle of that. So guys, as I'm talking to you right now, I just happened to be going to work, and that is just my routine, my normal routine. I was just going to work at around 10 a.m. in the morning. And so when I went, I usually take a matatu to work. And so as I was waiting for a matatu, on the very same stage that I usually wait for matatu, a matatu comes, and when a matatu comes, it means it's time to get in, go to work. So I did exactly like that. So I happened to sit on the front seat, just right to the further end of the driver, the seat, and me here. So the further end of that seat, okay? So, and when I sit there, after we go like around a kilometer, the conductor behind started complaining that the door of the vehicle is somehow falling. It's not stable enough to support itself. And because we are somewhere sloping, these guys were like, if you don't support that door, you'll fall. And you know, I was so afraid. Like, I was freaking out. I was so afraid because we were sloping down. The conductor was helping support the door. And of course, the passenger seated next to me also was helping support the door. But guys, so what really happened is that later did I come to notice that the person seated to me was a thief, because he happened to be among the he happens to be the person who stole from me. So what usually happens is that when I'm supporting the door, because it is on this hand, you know, like it is on my left side, so I cannot be able to hold with this hand, you know, because it needs a lot of pressure, like it needs a lot of effort. So I had to use this hand, you know, and me being here, I'm holding my hand, like my bag like this, you know, my handbag like this. And now it's like I'm supporting the door. So in this middle of these shenanigans, I call it, you know, like shenanigans, huh? So that's where I got my stuff stolen. Like, that's where I got my stuff stolen, guys. And I happened to lost my purse that had some very important documents, including my ID and of course some money. And after we moved somehow further, and I'm still holding the door, I just felt that it was important for me to adjust the angle of my bag, and I just adjusted it and I hung it here. It's like a school bag. It have two straps, so I hung it in front, you know. And so when these guys notices that he won't be able to steal anything else, so they started diverting the story that they are not going to town, so they'll drop me somewhere. I'll be able to get a matatu easily. And these dudes does exactly like that, but they won't stop anywhere, you know, like anywhere close. They are still continuing, hoping that they'll get another chance to get in my bag and steal whatever is left. And whatever is left, that was my phones. And fortunately, I'd say fortunately, when I entered that matatu, I just connected my phone to, you know, like I just connected my phone to the earphone, so I was listening to music. And I think at some point these guys, they got afraid, so they were afraid to steal my phone because it was connected. So they were maybe somehow afraid I might notice, so they didn't steal my phone. So what usually happened is that after we went further, they now came to a point where they are going to drop me. And so once I alighted, I noticed that my bag was light. Like, you just know the weight of your bag. Like, I just felt, no, my bag is light. It was way lighter, and immediately I noticed that I just got a random bike, and I was like, can we follow that matatu? And the rider accepted, so we followed that matatu. But because there was a lot of traffic, and the car was moving a junction after the other, because of traffic, we somehow lost it. Like, I was following it so that maybe I can be able to read the number plates, because I myself, I don't have the energy to fight with them, and I don't know what exactly they would have done for me, and because I alighted peacefully, I just wanted to take the number plate, like the number plate of that vehicle, so that even when I'm going to report, at least I have some important details to report with, and unfortunately I was unable to do that. But what really followed is that I went to a police station and I reported the case, just like any other fraud case or a criminal case. I just went and I reported the case. And so my intention was not to follow up with that money, because as we know, as all of us know, when you go to the police and you want to follow up with a case, they might require more money than what you have lost. So for me, I wasn't willing to have lost money, like I have already lost money, and I'm willing to put some other money to the police, and I'm not even aware, it's not a guarantee that I'll get my things back, So for me, I was like, just give me everything to show that I've been stolen, and that is it, so that I can be able to replace my, like my ID and some other documents that were lost. And that's exactly what happened. But the most important thing that I want to say this, guys, is that women, like, these thieves have normalized, like they have targeted, like their main target is women, because women are always always carrying bags. Women are always carrying bags, different kind of bags, and they put everything, like women put everything in those bags, and that is where the thieves are targeting. So women, and I'm talking to anyone now, but women should be more attentive. Like, we should learn the environment to which we are. We should be very vigilant, observative, like be very open-eyed, and make sure that you are very cautious, that when anything is happening, your attention is focused. And especially when you come in a situation whereby there is someone who is trying to deviate your attention to something else, that is serious. Something might just be happening. If you find an incident whereby someone is trying to focus your attention into something else, girl, maybe you are almost losing it. Try to keep your focus on your possessions, especially when those incidents arise anywhere. Hold whatever it is that you have very strongly and focus on yourself. If it is not a situation that you can run, you can run away, you need to focus on your positions, because you don't know if you could be the next victim, and you could lose very important things more than I lost. You could lose some very important documents, papers, such things like identity documents, and it will be so difficult for you to recover. Anything lost, it takes time for you to recover, so you still feel that dent. So guys, we really need to we really need to be very open in what is happening out there. And so my closing part is my closing advice is the very same way that we wake up, we people, we wake up every morning. We wake up every morning looking for solutions, for ventures, for businesses, for work, on how we are going to survive in our daily lives. So the very same way that you are looking forward to means on how we are going to survive on daily means, it is the very same thing that these thugs, they do. They wake up every morning to update the strategies that they are using, so that they are able to, like to target a lot of people and to steal from so many people. So as I'm talking to you, this strategy might not be applied to you, but at least if someone tries to deviate your attention, just be ready that anything might just happen. Hold whatever it is you have so strongly, and don't even allow the situation to overcome you. You'd rather assume that you don't know what is happening, but stay so close to your possessions, like you're going to save yourself big time. And this is exactly what we should be telling each other, because I know so many people of us have been caught in one way or another, but we don't even have time to come out and talk about them. So it's that we are just keeping quiet, and other people out there, they are suffering due to the very same thing. And you guys, let me know, if you've had any experiences of theft, robbery, con, and how did you come to overcome it. You know, it usually comes in different levels. You know, it depends with what you've been stolen, how much you can be able to, you know, like how much you can be able to wait on. You know, sometimes it is somehow stressful, and you know, it's all allowed because it just happened and it was not planned. So guys, that was my story, you know. And the storyline is that be very attentive, pay attention to what is happening, especially for us who we use public means for, you know, for commuting. Guys, you need to be so alert. All right, so guys, with that feel, that is my story. I just hope that we'll happen to hear some more stories from you guys, and we'll happen to keep on enlightening each other so that people don't fall on the same trap. Okay, so guys, that's all I had for you today. Thank you so much for watching this video up to that extent. If you find any value on this video, please, you can subscribe, or you can go and make sure that you can give this video a thumbs up, and yeah, that will be good for today. So guys, my name is Josephine. This has always been Unleashed by Josephine, and until next time, ciao and take care.